106, and coming up between 8 and 9 this morning on the London and Engelman Show, we'll have Steve Martin. And this station has spared no expense in providing some backup entertainment in the 1% out of 99% percentage if Steve Martin chickens out, doesn't want to show up. We here at KWST have flown in from the East Coast as backup talent one of the East top disc jockeys. Terry Woods, the man with the goods, will be standing in the East Wings, ready to take over at any time. So that'll be between 8 and 9 this morning right here at KWST.
For the shuttle, a day without a hitch is like a day without sunshine, and the forecast is for rain today. Good morning, I'm Bob Madigan from The Source. And that's news. I'm Bob Madigan from The Source.
Satellite weather for the Southland, locally dense fog near the coast for this morning. Otherwise, fair right through today with a high in the mid-70s. At the beaches, 55, in the valley, 56. Orange County, 55. And here in Hollywood, it's 57. KWST 106 going to put the wraps on it for me, but London and Engelman next at 6. Got a great show planned for you. Catch you again tomorrow morning at 3. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Here you come again, just when I've begun to get myself together. Here you come again, and here I go.
Live from Los Angeles, it's London and Engelman. This is Don Pardo speaking for KWST 106.
KWST 106.
KWST.
Los Angeles.
You bet.
Oh, good work in there. Hey, we're off to a great start.
He's been taking lessons from Sharon Dale.
Oh, boy.
Pause radio.
All pause radio.
All right.
When I think about your loving, the sunny evenings, the fun we used to share.
We're talking over the end of this and then going into the start of this one.
Yeah.
Because that's just the exact wrong way that our program director likes us to do it.
He said, don't let me ever hear you do that.
That's why we're doing it.
Got it.
That's why we're here. To make his and your lives miserable.
That's it.
Not that they aren't already, but...
Wrong with a dollar in his pocket and a head full of dreams. He said somehow, someway, it's gotta get better than this.
KWST 10... Ron,
Huh?
we're on the air.
So what?
So
what?
That's a good point.
6:09.
With London and Engelman, that's Rod Stewart, and something about somebody, I don't know.
Tonight.
Somebody. Tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Wednesday. It's 57 degrees under mostly clear skies, and
High today around 75.
of course, later on this morning, we will have as a special guest in the studio, not this scummy thing.
Shut up.
Shut up. But Steve Martin will be here, expecting him around 8 o'clock. Of course, he'll be late. He has to be late, right? He cannot be on time to a lowly Los Angeles radio station.
Yeah, really.
Nope, he's got to be late. He's got to make everybody wait. Is he going to show?
And wonder, is he going to be here? Is he going to show up?
Then when he comes in, cigarette hanging off his lip,
Yeah.
coat slung over his shoulders,
And those funny pointed shoes he wears.
and the glasses, sunglasses.
And the arrow. Don't
No,
forget the arrow.
no,
He's got it in his pocket.
No, it's past the arrow.
Oh, he's past that?
He's past the arrow.
Whoa.
It's Hollywood time.
Yeah.
You know, he'll come in, 3 minutes with us, out the stinking door.
Yeah.
You know. And
Thanks. See you later.
yeah, sell a lot of my albums.
Boy.
See you later. You know. Yeah.
That'll be it.
That'll be it.
That'll be it.
Yeah.
That's all there'll be to it.
So that's what we're expecting. But if we get any more, we'll be happy. If we
Yeah.
get any less,
Well,
disappoint us too much.
No.
No, we're getting a lot less from you, pal.
And happy about it. Happy, yeah.
Well, later on this very hour, this same hour, this one that we're in now, take a look at your clock, this same hour.
Uh-huh.
Before that hand moves completely over to the 7,
Uh-huh.
you will have heard Dan Woolman, Private Eye.
And the word of the day.
And you'll have heard this person right here, who knows who they are.
John?
Yeah.
Can you postpone the Steve Martin visit until 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock?
Till after 10 o'clock?
After 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Between 9
sure.
and 10.
Yeah, we'll give him a call here in just a few minutes. Tell him to delay it an hour.
Yeah.
No problem.
If you don't, I'll come down here and gut kick you myself.
Okay. All right. Why don't you
That's
come on
all
down
right.
and gut kick Steve later
Yeah.
on, all right? After 9?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Steve Martin after 9, everybody. KWST.
Is it too early to ask that machine a question?
The
phasal vac?
Yeah.
We're not turning the phasal vac on.
I'll ask you then.
Oh, come on.
What is the question?
Hey, Ron's ex-jarhead, right?
Ex-jarhead
Yeah,
Ron Engelman.
that's right.
Yeah.
Ex-veteran? Well, why does he have to work on Veterans Day and I don't? I'm not ex-
Why does he have to work? Oh, well, because...
Hey, that's a good question, though.
Well, for one reason, we don't need to turn the phasal vac on for this. Ron was court-martialed for defecting.
John.
Still an ex-veteran.
Huh?
Well, an ex-veteran.
Yeah, but I can't even vote anymore. I got a dishonorable discharge.
Are you an ex-veteran, John?
Huh?
No, I was in Canada.
Yes.
No, but on business.
He was
on
a-
business.
Ex-veteran of the 60s college.
Yes. Yes. I threw a few rocks through some dean's windows, but that doesn't qualify me for the day off. Nor does, you couldn't go to your office and say, excuse me, it's Veterans Day, and, well, I'm an ex-Nazi war criminal. Could I have the day off? You can't do that either. You see, that's why Ron is... Is it Veterans Day today?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, then, John, then you're a Canuck then.
Huh?
Then you're a Canuck if you're in Canada.
A Canuck?
No, he's not a Canuck.
No, I'm not a hoser. No, thank you.
Uh,
This is Veterans Day?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy somebody down the lobby said something to me. I thought they were from another planet.
What'd they say?
I don't know. Something about, something about a holiday. And I thought, yeah, great. See you around. Veterans Day. All right, yay, Veterans Day.
Big
Yeah.
deal.
Let's see, the banks will be closed, the post offices will be closed, all of
Banks
that.
are open.
Huh?
Banks are open today.
Banks are open
Banks
today.
are
So the courts are closed.
Federal offices are closed.
Right, courts are closed.
State offices are
What
closed.
about gun shops? Can we get a gun today on Veterans Day? I would certainly
would
like...
that be fun?
Buy a weapon.
I would think we'd be able to buy a weapon on Veterans Day.
Mhm.
Well, who's this?
I don't want to say.
Then get out of here. All right. So, this is Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, why are you here today?
I don't know.
Go on home. All right,
Okay.
please.
Better not.
Because things happen. Because people fight over money, reputations, even love. Because the law is all that stands between us and the jungle. There's the People's Court.
Real people, not actors, but actual defendants and plaintiffs in authentic cases. And the decision of the judge is legal and binding.
The People's Court. Today at 3:30 on Channel 7.
Followed at 4 by LA's First News, Eyewitness News with Jerry Dunphy and Tawny Little.
The best entertainment and news. Only on Channel 7. Sometimes a good thing gets better. A case in point, the award-winning Eye on LA. 2 nights a week just wasn't enough to handle some of the most innovative programming in Southern California. So this season, Eye on LA's expanded to Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights at 7:30 on Channel 7. If you've been watching the show, you know how habit-forming it can be. Now, get ready for more of a good thing. And keep your Eye on LA tonight at 7:30, only on Channel 7.
Three convicted marijuana.
I'm a native here, born in downtown Burbank, and I've lived here all my life. I like the weather, and it's not as radical. It's not a do or die situation.
Station of the 80s.
I like the guys. They're all so cute.
I like it because it's got good people and good music.
Where else could you find such fabulous-looking guys with such great weather and beautiful tans and blonde hair?
The concerts, I think we definitely have the best concerts in the world.
I never get bored.
Station of the 80s. KWST 106.
Don't go changing to try and please me.
KWST 106.
It's 6:19.
Just the way... Excuse me, just a second.
You okay?
Just the way you are. That's Billy Joel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
It was Billy Joel, followed by John London.
Something was in my throat. I don't know what it could be. I haven't had anything to eat this morning. I don't know. Well, who knows, 57 degrees. Sharon Dale is with us now. She looks so serious. She looks like she thinks this is really important. And yet her whole job hinges on an FCC requirement.
That's it. That's it. And if they deregulate radio stations, she's on the street.
She'll be back in front of the Roxy selling purple dye hair for, for passerbys. Right, Sharon?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's clever. Okay.
I hope not.
Boy, what a comeback.
What a wit.
Gal is hot.
What is she going to do when Steve's here? I don't know. How's the news this morning?
Well, it's pretty interesting. A lot of big things happening, especially with Fernando Valenzuela, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Good morning. It's hazy, 57 degrees. Today's high temperature nearing 75. This is Sharon Dale with the 620 KWST Commuter Report. I'm Sharon Dale with LA's official source for news and information. And now, London and Engelman on KWST 106.
And the Beatles.
KWST 106.
It's 6:34.
Let me do that again because you could hear the mic switch flip on. I think that's real professional. Here we go. I'm going to turn it off now. There, okay. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, 57 degrees. Dan Woolman is coming up. But first, here's a look at traffic with Sharon Dale.
Well, there's only one problem so far to report on Southland freeways, an accident on the eastbound Santa Monica to the northbound Harbor, which is now clearing, and fog reported in many coastal areas, especially dense on the southbound 605 near Firestone. That's a traffic update on KWST.
We do have one other problem this morning, Sharon, but
yeah?
I didn't bring my wife's makeup kit, so I can't help it too much. It's time now for Dan Woolman, Private Eye.
Yeah, that's me, Dan Woolman, Private Eye. And this is my city, Los Angeles. Dan, you ask, Dan, do you get invited to a lot of Hollywood parties? Does Mickey Mouse have lice? Of course I get invited to a ton of Hollywood parties. If I had a dime for every Hollywood party I passed on, I could make a phone call from Van Nuys all the way to Northridge. And that's at payphone rates. But when I do go to one, I feel I have a certain image to live up to. People expect certain things from a PI, and I make sure they get them. For instance, I like to stick the barrel of my Montgomery Ward's T2000 semi-automatic into the guacamole and lick it off. Or kick the bathroom door in, or shoot a window out or something. And of course, people love to ask questions. Ever killed someone? Ever fist fight a mob hitman? But one of the most common questions is, Dan, have you ever made a real expensive mistake? Yeah, when you've been in this man's game as long as me, you're bound to have. Take, for instance, 3 months ago. This convenience store owner had hired me to find the kid who'd been spray painting the words Free Alonzo Garcia on the side of his store. So I caught the kid red-handed and chased him into an abandoned shack just off Selma Avenue. Hey, punk, you in there?
Are you the police?
No, I'm not the police. I'm Dan Woolman, Private Eye. And I want you to come out of there with your hands up.
No way!
I've got Alonzo Garcia in the car.
Oh, I bet. Sure, yeah, sure.
I brought along an old World War II concussion bomb, which I'd emptied of practically all the powder. All the thing it'd do now was sizzle a little bit and flush the kid out. All right, kid, I'm going to throw a big, black, nasty bomb in there if you don't come out.
You don't scare me, mister.
All right, here goes the pin. Bombs away.
Hey, that looks like a real bomb.
Yeah, well, It blew the kid 2 blocks, right through the window of a Mercedes-Benz. Unfortunately, the kid was all right, and he served some time with Alonzo Garcia, but the window cost me $500, and I had to pick up the tab for the kid's speech therapy. The bomb deal caused a temporary stutter. He's out now because I saw a building with the words Free Alonzo Garcia on it. Anyway, it's a good party story. I usually follow that up by ramming a lamp through the front door. But this past weekend, some guy says to me, if you're a real good PI, prove it and go outside and do surveillance. So I went out there and I surveyed the place for 6 straight hours. Boy, did I show them. The party was over by then, but they knew they'd met a real Seamus, me. I'm Dan Woman, Private Eye, and this is my city, Los Angeles.
You're rolling down the highway, there's so much out there to see. You're driving with a spirit like an eagle soaring free. No matter where you drive today, through towns both big and small, you know you'll find the spirit at the sign of the orange ball. There's a place beneath that orange ball where pride and people mix. Come in and go with the spirit of 76.
The next time you're driving, take a minute to listen to your engine. Is it knocking and pinging? You could need a higher performance gasoline, like Union 76 unleaded. It's got more spirit, and it may be just what you need to quiet those knocks and pings. Try a tank full of Union 76 unleaded and put more spirit in your driving.
Come in and go with the spirit of 76. KWST 106.
It's 6:39. If you'd like to play the word game, give us a phone call. Okay?
Sure.
520-1981.
730 KWST.
Clearing the phone now. Wait. All right, they can stay. All right.
Many guys have come to you with a line that wasn't true, and you passed them by. I love you.
In other words, let me say it another way.
Okay.
I love you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, West 106.
643. Boom. K-West on the phone with us. This is a young man by the name of Lou McDonald. Good morning, Lou.
Good morning, sir.
How are you?
How are things in Redondo Beach this morning?
Little overcast.
Are they?
Overcast,
It's a little hazy here in Hollywood, as a matter of fact.
That's always hazy in Hollywood.
By the way, Lou,
Yes,
today's
sir.
high, 75, currently here in Hollywood.
57.
Okay, we like to work those things in, okay?
All right.
Okay, super.
Okay.
What do you do for a living, Lou?
I work at Hughes Aircraft in El Segundo.
El Segundo, and what do you do?
I'm a computer programmer.
Oh, boy, isn't everybody and their brother?
Boy, oh, boy.
Boy, oh, boy. Are you a Steve Martin fan?
Yes, sir.
He'll be here at 8 o'clock. I hope that the Hughes Aircraft plant will come to a screeching halt as 3 of today's leading comedians, well, 2 leading comedians and 1 that's really trying hard, will be on the same radio program, sharing 2, no, not 3, 2 mics.
And it's not going to hurt you just to stop making bombs for 1 hour.
Just for 1 second. I know those planes, you just love to sell them to the Saudis, to the Egyptians, to anybody who's got a buck. But if you could just, put it to a halt, you're going to really enjoy yourself.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Lou. Here's your word.
Your word, Lou, is turilla. Turilla. Is that a small pool of water with earthy mixture? Is that a bird skin where feathers grow? Or is turilla the first words of an Irish lullaby?
Turilla. Wasn't that stupid, Lou? Didn't that stink?
Well, I'll go with the first words of whatever that was.
A small pool of water with earthy mixture?
No. The third one.
The third one? The third one?
Irish lullaby?
Right.
This man's a masochist.
Boy.
He wants to be the slave of the day. You've succeeded. Excuse me, I've got that thing in my throat.
It's still there.
I had chili last night. I don't know.
Hang on. Turilla, Lou, is bird skin where feathers grow. Oh, it's a sick thing he's doing over there.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, Lou, as you know, you become our slave of the day. And your servitude is as follows. Lou, are you a veteran?
No, sir.
Didn't think you were.
Yeah, you didn't sound like the kind that would fight for their country.
You just didn't have that tinge to your voice, Lou. So what I want you to do today, this is Veterans Day, Lou. I want you to join the Army and give your life in an action somewhere on the planet Earth, okay?
Not me.
No, now, Lou.
London and Engelman, KWST 106.
6:45.
When they get our shtick down like that, it's a frightening thing.
It is.
Isn't
It's getting scary.
57 degrees. This is John London.
And Ron Engelman.
KWST 106.
649.
Morning here, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? That's so stinking funny. You know,
It really
I'm
is.
sitting here thinking I could care less.
I was wondering, what's he doing?
I could care less. This is
Boy,
amazing. You
who
know,
cares?
sometimes these old habits. That's how I got started in this business, you know, with that kind of a phrase. Yeah. Good evening. Hope you're having a super day today.
Hey.
I'm little Johnny London, and, you know, I've gone past that.
Really?
Now,
Gee, it's nice out today, isn't it?
super day out.
Wow.
Sharon Dale is with us now.
Good morning. I'm here.
What a great line, huh? Oh, she can come up with some corkers.
You can turn that mic on and she skewers us. It's
Boom.
just amazing, really.
Oh, well, I'll leave that up to you. It's hazy, 57 degrees. Today's high temperature nearing 75. This is Sharon Dale with the 650 KWST Commuter Report. I'm Sharon Dale with LA's official source for news and information. And now, London and Engelman on KWST 106.
Hits of all time, all the time. KWST.
7 o'clock
with John London
and Ron Engelman.
KWST 106.
It's 7:03.
Well, sunny and cooler with a high near 75, low tonight 58. Now in Hollywood, it's 57 with the Go-Go's. Classic? The word classic doesn't begin to describe that song's place in music history. Doesn't even begin. The Go-Go's.
I get carried away with
I
that
do
one,
too.
boy.
Just a super thing. Let's check some sleazy traffic now with Sleazy Sharon Dale.
Okay, well, we don't have too much sleazy traffic because there's not much traffic at all because of the Veterans Day holiday. Only one problem right now, stalled car on La Cienega northbound near Slauson. Some problems with fog along the coast, but that's about it. That's a traffic update on KWST.
I don't think it's because there's nobody out there. I just think it's because the veterans are off the road. You know,
That's
these people
yeah.
are shell-shocked. They don't know how to drive cars.
I mean, they'll go run into a building, think they're still in an M80 tank.
You know what
I mean?
That's the whole problem.
Hang on here. Morning, KWST.
Hey, good morning, you super dude. You got Bob Dickey.
Bob Dickey.
I won Jesse's girl.
Yeah, Anaheim.
I won Jesse's girl.
Okay.
I love you just the way
Bob.
you are.
Bob.
Thank you. You're super.
What can we do
super
for you?
obvious this morning. Hey, I understand you've got a comedian stopping by later in the show.
That's right, Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. Ron, I want you to give him a message from the bobber here.
Okay.
Me and the Dickey Men. Bob Dickey and the Dickey Men performing nightly at Bob Dickey's Emporium there in beautiful Anaheim are going to clear a little space on stage for Steve Areno to stop by and do his comedic shtick.
What?
Yep. It's a rare opportunity for the young man to open the show for Bob Dickey. I'm going to let him warm up the audience. So pass it along. Tell him to be here by 8. We start at 8:15. Okay, don't like to be late. He can punch in when he gets here.
Bob, are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm going to give the guy a break. Let him come out here. Let him show his stuff in Anaheim. Hey, sure, it might play in Las Vegas. Let's see what it does here in Anaheim, okay?
He makes a fortune doing this.
Well, he won't tonight, Ron. I'll tell you that for darn sure. He's going to work for scale, and he's going to help clean up after it's over. Okay, we all pitch in. It's a team effort. Hey, except me. I'm in the office counting the bucks. But other than that,
you don't understand, Bob.
Why don't you explain it?
Not every entertainer in this business is a sleazy, cheap, and disgusting thing like you. Okay.
Now, Ron, before you go any further, let me also point out that I'm going to give the man 50% of the arrow through the head tricks. He can have 50% of the concessions tonight. Come on.
He's not going to do that.
I was thinking about putting him over drinks, little arrow through the drinks,
Look, he won't do it. He will not step that low down into that guttural place that you call an emporium.
Let's back up for just a moment, okay? I heard you use the words that not everybody in the entertainment business is sleazy, greedy. Help me here. You use some other adjectives. Cheap, disgusting,
like you.
Slimy like me.
Yeah.
Name two others that aren't.
Well, for one, there is Steve Martin.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two. Rod Stewart?
No, he's pretty sleazy.
Number two. Okay, we got Steve Martin here. We got one more. Sammy Davis Jr.
No, he's a nice guy.
Barry Manilow.
No.
David Brenner. Help me here. Dean Martin.
No.
Bob Hope.
Sleazy. Come to think of it, Bob, we've seen Steve Martin do some pretty sleazy, slimy stuff ourselves, so we'll talk to him for you.
Thank you, big guy.
Okay?
Super.
Yeah.
Have a great show.
You too.
Western Way gives you more of everything you're flying for. More new ways to get you there. More new pleasures in the air. All for you, more for you. When you fly the Western Way, you're the one we're doing it for. You just get more on Western. That's the Western Way to fly.
Fly to Phoenix on Western Airlines. Our 5 nonstops take off during prime hours of the morning, afternoon, and evening. Western's low super coach fare can get you there for as little as $69 one way. Seats are limited. Plus, you get a punch on your $50 travel pass each way. So when you're heading for Phoenix, why not fly the Western Way?
Just get more on Western. That's the Western Way to fly.
KWST, involved with life on the streets of Southern California with Rick Jagger.
Should more tax dollars be spent to expand our space program?
Spending money for the space program would be wrong because there's so much of a future in space. Then the United States, being what it is, a world power, it needs to be at least explored to its fullest potential. The space program, who's to say, might not be a bad idea at all. I mean, we got people starving, et cetera, unemployment down here on Earth. We might as well take care of Earth first, and then when we got that thing taken care of, then we might go into space.
Sounds like a plan. Earth's already all messed up. Why not go up there and find places to mess up there? Well, I'd rather see it going there than to the military, but I hate to see it cut back from anywhere at this point.
My dad is a manager in the space program. And if he gets cut back, we don't have any food on our table, and we don't have any clothes on our body. I know some people might like that, but I wouldn't.
Street Life with Rick Jagger. A presentation of KWST Public Affairs.
My daddy's an astronaut. Oh, they've always can eat tang and those little space sticks for
Oh, man, I spent a lot of time out there, man. Wow.
Oh, boy. You morons. All alike. You're all alike. This is going to be so embarrassing today.
Looks like it's over. You knew I couldn't stay.
KWST 106, 715. Sunny and cooler today with a high of 75.
My love, there's only you in my life. The only thing that's right. My endless love.
KWST 106.
719.
London and Engelman. A few minutes, Steve Martin. Steve Martin will be joining us. Ron, don't ever turn my mic off while I'm talking like that again.
Hey.
Or I will hurt you bad.
Sorry.
Real bad.
Sorry.
All right. Steve Martin will be joining us, and we've had a lot of requests for the new Neil Diamond record. We'll get to that after the news.
Okay.
Speaking of the news, it is sponsored this hour by our pal, Farmer John.
That's me.
Morning, Farmer John. We want to talk some more about, hey, instead of turkeys for Thanksgiving, how about serving up a plump and juicy Farmer John glazed ham?
Let me ask you something there, Len.
Yeah.
You think this con we're doing to try to get people to buy hams instead of turkeys working?
It's hard to say.
Think the scam's going over?
I really don't know. Time will tell. But, you have to ask yourself a question, Farmer John.
Yeah.
How would you like it at Easter if someone came out trying to get people to buy turkeys instead of hams,
That'd frost my fritters, boy.
I know. That's not a pleasant thing to think about, is it? You're cutting in on a market that's a real traditional one, I'll be honest with you.
You know, there are two markets I've never been able to crack.
Which ones?
The Thanksgiving market and your Orthodox Jew market.
Yeah, I would imagine those are a tough one.
You have no idea how much money I've spent traveling around the world looking for me a rabbi who'd kosher them hams.
Yeah, you're going to...
It's tough.
It's tough. I don't think it's too promising in that area.
But you know what I've thought about doing for Thanksgiving?
What?
I've been trying to crossbreed me a turkey and a pig.
To kind of ease your way into it? Yeah.
But every time I put them together in our pink, mating pen, we call it.
Yeah.
That porker walks over that turkey, puts his head in his mouth, snaps it right off, boom, and then that turkey's roaming around just going nuts for 2 or 3 minutes,
And the old love style there, it doesn't work out too much. Well, those things... These are challenges, but I want you to know, Farmer John, that I will be serving at Thanksgiving one of your plump and pleasing baked hams.
Well, I thank you.
And you can pick yours up, any Farmer Fine John product, Farmer John
what?
Fine product,
Thank
Farmer
you.
Fine.
Farmer Fine John product.
Fine Farmer product.
Farmer James Bond Farmer
Our feature this week at all Stater. We'll have to work on this, Farmer John.
I'm going to get out of here.
On Stater Brothers Markets. Sharon, I think?
Yes. Well, you did again turn my microphone off this time.
Come on in here. Come on in here.
Good morning.
Oh, boy.
It's sunny, 59 degrees. Today's high temperature nearing 75. This is Sharon Dale with a 720 KWST Commuter Report brought to you by Farmer John. I'm Sharon Dale with LA's official source for news and information. And now, London and Engelman on KWST 106.
From 1965, The Temptations. KWST 106, 733. Talking about who?
My girl.
My girl.
Yeah.
Your mother. My girl. 57 degrees.
High today, 75.
Check traffic now with Sharon Dale. Second, Sharon, I've got to turn your microphone on. Believe me, it's not a Freudian thing that I keep turning your mic off. It doesn't mean anything deep down.
No, believe us.
Sure.
Well, honestly.
Sure.
All right.
A couple of accidents to report.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't even think.
It's just,
sorry.
Okay. We'll try that again. A couple of accidents right now. On La Cienega, northbound near Stalker, there's an accident. On the northbound Santa Ana near Brookhurst, an accident, and a dead dog. He had an accident on the Pomona Freeway eastbound at Paramount. That's it. That's traffic update on KWST.
Steve, if you're listening, could you pick up that dog on your way in? Maybe we can do something for it. Who knows?
Or to it.
You're coming that way. Would you look at the scum that has showed up from our front office staff this morning? Everybody's coming in early. Oh, I just had some work to do.
Yeah. This is the first time in the history of this radio station that the entire staff will be here at 8 o'clock.
Boy, no kidding. Well, Steve Martin is our special guest. He will be here at 8 o'clock. Otherwise, we're going to have yolks dripping off our face onto our white boots. So let's just hope that he does show. He's on drugs most of the time, and he's not very dependable. And
I never knows where he is.
Very hard to get along with. So we'll see what happens.
Tonight at 11 on Channel 64, Eyewitness News Center News Watch News, co-anchor News Bugs, Ellen Sloan and Rosetta Clone take another stab at delivering semi-intelligent news stories to a moronic audience. Tonight, an in-depth report on the corrosive aspects of the fuel used in the space shuttle rockets. The demonstration will culminate when a cup of that fuel is poured over Clone's head and her face melts onto her blouse. This should produce a Salvador Dali surrealistic effect. This is followed by Alan Sloan's report on an L.A. cop who claims that the next time he has to administer the infamous chokehold, he'll do so with a samurai sword. The news is followed by Menachem Schwartz with Schwartz on Sports. Tonight, Menachem's son, Aby, dressed as a jockey, will find out firsthand what Magic Johnson really thinks about little people. All this and no more tonight at 11 on Channel 64 in Los Angeles.
If you've been thinking about buying a new camera, if you'd like to set up the perfect darkroom, if you've been thinking about buying the perfect Christmas gift at pre-Christmas sale prices, then listen to this offer from Schaefer Photo in Hollywood. Come to Schaefer Photo's 35th anniversary photo show and sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Meet the factory representatives. Check out the latest photographic equipment. Attend a free photo seminar. Register to win one of 35 great door prizes. And buy the photographic equipment that you want at prices that are just incredible. You can't afford to miss this sale. Be sure to check Schaefer Photo's ad in this Friday's LA Times for details. And as an added bonus, at Schaefer Photo, you'll get a Schaefer Photo tote bag free with any purchase. Limit one per customer. It's all happening this weekend and only at Schaefer Photo. Schaefer Photo is at 6520 Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. Schaefer Photo, for 35 years, a world of photography under one roof.
This is Michael Payne. I'm speaking from a padded cell in Beverly Hills. I've just been handed some very interesting reviews on Time Bandit.
Outrageously funny, incredibly spectacular, Wizard of Oz of the 80s.
Now playing at a theater or drive-in near you. Check newspaper for listings from Avco Embassy Pictures.
London and Engelman, KWST 106. Waiting for you. I've been waiting for a girl like you. I've been waiting. Won't you come into my life?
KWST 106.
741.
Waiting. Girl like you. London and Engelman, and they'll be voting for the National League Cy Young Award today. And I would certainly... Is it today, isn't it?
No, it was yesterday. They've already decided.
Wasn't that the American League? They voted yesterday?
Who's the Dodgers? Which league is that?
No, that's National.
Yeah, that's the one they voted. Fernando got it.
Fernando won it?
Yeah.
Why doesn't somebody tell me these things before I go on the air and make a boob of myself? Come on.
Hey, I think we covered it well.
I think we slipped it by him.
Yeah, they didn't pick it up.
Greased it. No, okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, our special guest this morning will be Steve Martin. Therefore, we thought it only fitting that we bring our arts critic in,
Willis Dorflick,
and have him review the latest Steve Martin album, which I'm holding up right here, and it's called The Steve Martin Brothers.
So,
yeah. Mr. Dorflick, we turn it over to you.
It's all yours.
Thank you
Yeah, you're welcome.
very much. Thanks for asking about my health.
Huh?
Thanks for asking about my health.
Oh, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Good.
Pretty good. Not real good. Pretty good.
Good.
I got, yesterday, I got something lodged in my left nostril.
No.
Could not get it out. But I'm doing okay now.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
Let me try one more time.
Oh, boy.
Please. Willis, do that before you go on.
There. It didn't come out, but anyway.
Okay, yeah.
I listened to the album by Steve Martin entitled Brothers. I did not think it was a very funny album. I listened to all of the album up until I had something in my nose, and then I'd miss parts of it.
Yeah.
But I listened to enough of it and did not think what he was saying on the record was funny to me. I almost laughed twice, but not quite. Not quite. I did think, however, that the second side was funnier, much funnier than the first side.
Oh.
But that second side wasn't funny at all. But if it was funny, it was funnier than the first side, which I listened to first.
What you said wasn't funny.
Which was not funny.
Yeah, okay.
But it was almost funny, but not funny at all. I got less things in my nose during the second side, which may have made it seem more funny to me, but I'm not sure. I have some criticisms for Mr. Martin that if he would put into his act, I think that he would be a funnier person.
Willis, I don't think...
Okay. I think it would be helpful for him, number one, if he would tell Jewish-style jokes. Okay? Not derogatory. Wait a second. I've got something in my nose. Hang on just.
Please, Willis, get this over with. There's nothing in your nose. It's all in your mind. Will you stop it?
Nothing came out. Okay. Nothing derogatory about it, but Jewish-style jokes. I like Jewish jokes. Number 2, he's funnier with 2 human beings. He's one human being by himself. I think it's funnier when 2 human beings are being funny at the same time. I think he should get another human being to work with him, and he's going to be funnier.
The Steve Martin team show.
2 people, one being Steve Martin and another human being of his own choice.
I see.
My favorite part of the album, and this is coming to an end now, my favorite part of the album was the banjo music.
Oh?
Because I liked when he played the banjo because I get my harmonica out and I played along.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I brought it with me. Here's what it sounds like.
Willis. Not now, Willis. This is not the point.
You're supposed to be reviewing an album, not playing your harmonica.
Stop it! Okay, I had something in my nose anyway. I had to stop anyway.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Willis Dorflick, thank you very much.
Bye.
Entertainment Tonight, a dynamic inside look each day at the fabulous world of show business. The latest news about your favorite stars, special on-location features, movie reviews and previews, exclusive meetings with today's music makers and the biggest names in show business. Plus, all the behind-the-scenes happenings and events in the glamorous, fast-paced world of entertainment. A world we'll explore on the next Entertainment Tonight. Get a close-up look at Shelley Winters and Joe Namath.
You have to have some kind of equilibrium about it.
Shelley Winters is back on stage.
I can't get over it. I mean, every night, every performance, every matinee, there's 1,500 people, and they give me a standing ovation.
And for Joe Namath?
Actually, I'm pinch hitting, so to speak.
He's gone from touchdowns to tunes down in Nashville.
I'm just having a good time.
You may read about it tomorrow, but you'll see it first on Entertainment Tonight.
You can see it all today at 4:30 on Channel 4.
You live your life in the songs you hear on the rock and roll radio. Well,
KWST 106.
750.
We checked our sources, and we have come to the conclusion that Fernando Valenzuela did, in fact, Ron, you were wrong. He did, in fact, win the Cy Young Award yesterday. Now, I don't know where you were getting your information.
John, that's what I said. I said he did.
No, Ron, this is cheap for you to come on like this. Pretend you did. No, you said that he didn't and was voting today. Also, Tommy Lasorda won Manager of the Year in the heavyweight weight class.
No, Associated Press.
The Associated Press, but they break them down into, managers with guts over their belt, managers with guts over their fly, managers with guts down to their knees.
Yeah.
So he won that class there.
Heavyweight
class.
The knees.
So the knees. Yeah. The knees class. Yeah. So congratulations to both of them. If you're listening this morning, which I'm sure you're not, why are we saying this?
Yeah. Why would Fernando be listening here? I mean,
we understand it.
No.
Tommy's asleep somewhere. Right, Sharon?
Right.
Okay, super.
Boy,
She skewered us again.
She just fries us, doesn't she?
Whoa. Let's take a look at the news and get this over with because we got Steve coming in, all right?
Okay, good morning. It's sunny and 58 degrees. Today's high temperature nearing 75. This is Sharon Dale with a 750 KWST Commuter Report brought to you by Western Airlines. I'm Sharon Dale with LA's official source for news and information. And now, London and Engelman on KWST 106.
Greatest hits of all time. All the time. KWST. 8 o'clock with John London
and Ron Engelman.
KWST 106. 806.
805.
57 degrees in hazy Hollywood as we await the arrival of Steve Martin.
I will take my life.
I'll wait.
And I will use it. Someone left
There
the
he is.
cake out in the rain.
He's been listening.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Hi.
Come on in.
Good morning.
Are we on the air?
We're on the air.
Well, I'm not going to be funny. I'm going to tell you that. I'm telling you that right now, so don't expect it.
Hey, we listened to your album already, so we...
So you're already kind of aware of that.
Yeah, we're aware of that.
Give me headphones?
Sure. Put them on.
Put on some headphones
There you
and
go. Hey.
gee, they had sent by a whole intro. I thought you were going to come in on your intro and everything, Steve.
What's the intro?
Well, I don't know. It was your manager sent it by. He just said play it when Steve gets here, so we'll play it. And
Ladies and gentlemen, since the dawn of time, over 75 billion people have lived and breathed on planet Earth. And yet, in all that time, not one person, not one single Homo sapien has come anywhere close to being as funny as this next performer. Ladies and gentlemen, this man towers over the community of comedians like the Statue of Liberty towers over the scum on Manhattan Island. He is to comedy what the Elephant Man was to burlap facial sex. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to applaud from your guts, because here he is, Mr. Steve Martin!
I will take my life.
I don't know. If you want to come in on like that, Steve, it's fine with us.
Gee, I got to tell you guys that I'm sure you're aware of this. That's the worst intro you can ever give a comedian. Saying he's the funniest guy around. Here he is, the funniest guy you'll ever see. So prove it. Go ahead, let's see it. Let's see you do it. Come on.
And you've got to answer the FCC now, Steve.
That's right.
Truth in advertising.
Well, all right. What is it that you're pimping today,
Well,
Steve?
I have to go now.
We do know that you have a brand new album out.
Hey, first of all, let me say this.
Yeah.
You know, if a year ago someone had come up to me and said, hey, you're going to be on the London and Engelman show, I would have never believed it.
And yet today.
Here he is.
Here I am. I just can't believe it. I still can't believe it.
Yeah.
It is something, Steve. Tomorrow, I tell you what, your career could take off from this point. We first saw Steve in a whiskey-soaked, carpeted place in Denver, Colorado called Bakersfield.
Held about 60 people.
Packed. And boy, did he pack that place that night. Remember that night?
I remember that night.
It was snowing, and there was Steve. And Steve left into the snow.
Bingo.
And we followed him for about 45 minutes.
Through the streets of Denver.
It had a profound effect on us, Steve, and...
Let's see if you'll do it again.
Don't do it, Ron. Only dupes us once.
Thank you very much.
All right, okay.
Wonderful.
Well, this album, the new album called Steve Martin's Brothers, that's a little different for you, isn't
Hey,
it,
first
Steve?
of all, I got an idea for you.
Okay. All right.
You know, you guys have these songs that you like to play, and you know, you invited me down. And I think it'd be so much easier if instead of inviting these bands down, having them set up and, you know, run across town and do it at some other radio station and run back and set up, if you just played the record. And, you know, I mean, I'm gonna do my bit today.
Yeah.
I have the audience here and everything. But I really think it'd be so much easier to play the record.
Yeah, you know, I don't know why someone hasn't thought of that before, though, but...
Novel idea.
It's a revolutionary thing.
Boy.
It'd probably help on the gas shortage, but...
Think it'll work?
Are you ready? Is this the standard audience you take with you?
Yeah, I have the people here, and okay, I'll do my bit now. It is on a record, but I mean, it'd be easier to play the record, but I'll just do it live.
Okay. Well, we'd appreciate it if we could get the audience just kind of the right side. Would that be right?
That'd be good.
Right
Sit
side.
down, and it's better to kind of make it real hot and smoky.
Okay, can we dim the lights a little bit? He's used to a sleazy atmosphere, and you know, this is kind of a clean thing for him here this morning.
Somebody have some whiskey we can pour on the floor here?
Something so Steve will get into the mood here.
Can you get one guy to like yell all through the act?
Good. We'll do that. All right, if the audience is ready, Steve, the microphone, and we're ready.
Have at it.
Is this on? Is this on?
That's
Okay.
on.
Working.
It's
Okay.
going.
Here we go.
Boy, what a good audience.
Oh, sure. It's easy to stand out here and jump around and try and be a wild and crazy guy. I think there's more to entertaining than that. And that's why right now, I would like to talk about what I believe. I believe in rainbows and puppy dogs and fairy tales. And I believe in the family. Mom and Dad and Grandma. And Uncle Todd who waves his penis. And I believe in 8 of the 10 Commandments. And I believe in going to church every Sunday unless there's a game on. And I believe that sex is one of the most beautiful, wholesome, and natural things that money can buy. And I believe it's derogatory to refer to a woman's breasts as boobs, jugs, Winnebagos, or golden bozos. And you should only refer to them as hooters. And I believe you should place a woman on a pedestal high enough so you can look up her dress. And I believe in equality. Equality for everyone, no matter how stupid they are, or how much better I am than they are. And people say I'm crazy for believing this, but I believe that robots are stealing my luggage. And I believe I made a mistake when I bought a 30-story one-bedroom apartment. And I believe that the battle of the network stars should be fought with guns. And I believe that Ronald Reagan can make this country what it once was, an Arctic region covered with ice. And I believe the United States should allow all foreigners in this country, provided they can speak our native language, Apache. And lastly, I believe that of all the evils on this earth, there is nothing worse than the music you're listening to right now.
You stink!
Well, there's that guy. He's
the guy. He made it.
Follows you everywhere,
Didn't
Steve.
make it in.
I want to hear you. I want to hear you do that thing with your voice.
Hey, wait a minute.
Huh?
Give me a break after performing. I'm really want to relax.
Sorry,
a
he's got to
little
come
bit?
down. You know,
Sorry,
it's good.
relax. Down.
That's what's holding us back, Ron. We can't do that beep sound he does with his voice when he's mentioning the uncle.
Yeah.
If you're ready, I mean, if you want to, you know, in a couple of minutes here, we got to pay for this, you know, and if you want to talk to our sleazy audience.
Hey.
We're talking about a moronic group, Steve.
Boy.
Oh, wait a minute.
We're talking about prepubescence here.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you telling me that other people hear this besides me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean you're going into other homes?
Other homes, other worlds. Yes.
Radios, cars.
Oh, I thought this was like my own thing.
Closed circuit here. No, this is the real thing.
Love me here. I love it.
Tally him off, Ron, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Someday you'll own. Someday you'll own. Sooner or later you'll own Generals.
Mister, I've been watching you work on your truck. You sure take care of it.
I have to. I haul steel for a living, and I know what taking care of your bread and butter means.
What about your car?
Well, I do some of the work, but for most things, I go where I buy my tires, to a General Tire dealer. Their mechanics are pros, and they have just about any service I need to keep my car running right. Wheel alignment, brakes, shocks, you name it.
Then you'd recommend General Service for my car, too.
Sure, they do a good job for me. I bet they'll do a good job for you.
Sooner or later you'll own Generals.
KWST.
These are yours, Steve.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sorry, But Steve, wait, I got to get these headphones cleaned off.
Well, are you ready to talk to these
yellow
people?
stuff on the headphones.
It's a substance that Ron secretes. Don't worry about it.
Are these
It's
like the guest headphones?
That's right. The last person, Wendy O. Williams, had those on last, so there's no telling what'll... All right, let's go to the phone. Good morning.
Morning.
Hi.
Hi.
This is the 13-year-old punk, right?
Right.
See, I told you, Steve. He's here. Ask him.
What do you want to ask Steve or say to Steve? Or...
Is he really there?
Yeah.
What do you mean, am I really here? This is a recording?
Credibility we have on this show, Steve. All right, that's plenty. Good morning, KWST.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, Steve. Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Last time you did a show, was that really you, or was that your brother that they got cloned of you?
Oh, it was a comedy show. It was me, but there is a guy who looks like me running around playing the banjo. So.
Well, you're a pretty good comedian. You're not as good as the two that are on the air now, but, you know.
I know, they're funny. But I tell you, I'm as funny as they are at this time in the morning. I'm just not on the radio.
Well, you should hear me.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
we
are.
We're tired of it. Good morning, KWST.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Fine.
Hi, Biff.
Hey, Steve?
Yeah.
When are you going to be in come to the great city of Pico Rivera?
Hey, I'm going to leave. What time is it? It's 8:17 now?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll probably be there in about 3.5 years, okay?
Oh, okay, well, this is Rudy Baker in Pico Rivera. No, when are you going to come out to Los Angeles? I'm making to see one of your concerts.
Well, Rudy, Steve's got to swing by and get his hubcaps from there later, so look for him, all right?
Oh, hey, Steve, I want an autographed picture of you. I called London and Engelman earlier this morning, and they wouldn't send me one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They're bummed.
Well, you know, these things are... You haven't been working for a while, and when you start sending out photos to people,
Hey.
Yeah.
Gets expensive, you know?
we're talking like a quarter here.
And that's how I met Bernadette to start with, and, hey.
He worked in a photo lab.
All right, thanks for calling.
They're
out here in Orange County. Good morning.
Forgot me.
No, you're on the air now.
You didn't.
I'm on the air.
Yeah.
Oh, is Steve Martin there, too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's right here.
Oh, I was thinking of
Just the four of us.
Just the four of us.
Okay.
Hey, where are you from in Orange County?
I'm not from Orange County.
So you're a lying pig. Lying.
Isn't that correct, ma'am?
I'm not.
Wait a minute. You're calling from Orange County, and yet you don't live there, and it's 8 in the morning.
I work here.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
What did you want to ask Steve now that you're on the air?
Well, why don't you guys do a three-way disc jockey team?
Yeah.
Instead of Steve having to find another person to do a disc jockey team.
Hey, I kind of like that. What do you guys make? What do you guys earn at
We're pulling down about 20 a year, you know.
Yeah?
That's on a 6-day week. We work 5 days, we get less, so, you know.
So, you know, it's pretty big bucks.
You know.
Sounds real interesting.
We could kind of, give you middle billing. I wouldn't say top, but, you know, we go London, Martin,
Engelman.
London, Martin, Engelman.
London, Martin, Engelman.
LM&E.
LM&E?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll change my name to something else that would be more fitting with the London and Engelman and Ferguson.
London, Engelman, and Ferguson.
Okay.
I don't know, ma'am.
We'll think about it. You have a nice voice. We like the way you look. We like the way you feel. We like everything about you.
Good morning. This is KWST.
Yes, good morning. Steve.
Yeah.
How's your old buddy John McEwen doing nowadays?
Oh, he's doing good. He's with the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, and he does a single. You know, he goes, he's the one... we grew up together, and we played the banjo together.
Yeah, I know all about that. I'm his second cousin. Yeah, I was just wondering.
Really?
I haven't, yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's the most interesting...
Remember the
Isn't this a small world?
Yeah, that's the most interesting thing I've ever heard.
You people, you've come through. I tell you, you're just brilliant.
Never let us down, do they?
I tell you what, it's time for news, Steve. This is something we've got to do.
Let's see.
You know.
Let's see. Okay.
No, you don't have to do it.
No.
You don't have to do it, you know.
You can't.
We have that. See, if you'll see that slug in there.
I want to hear
see
that.
the peon in there?
Girl, the news.
If our agent would move out of the way. Can you believe that? This is our agent over here, Steve. This is the one that we've placed our career in her lap.
She came to see if I was giving you money.
She wanted her 10%.
Yeah.
Sharon?
Yes.
Do you have anything quick and clever for Steve, real quick?
Real quick.
Be good.
That's as
Come
clever
on.
as I can get.
We're used to
I'm
that, too.
flattered.
That's the kind of girl I like.
We have Bakersfield coming up with perhaps a special guest. We don't know.
Maybe.
Good morning. It's sunny, 59 degrees. Today's high temperature nearing 75. This is Sharon Dale with the 820 KWST Commuter Report. I'm Sharon Dale with LA's official source for news and information. And now, London and Engelman on KWST 106.
KWST 106. It's 8:30. Our special guest, Steve Martin, and we'll be talking with Steve a little bit more, but we want to hear a little Chicago. Steve, well, what'd you do that for?
I came down here to hear my records on the radio.
But we got a format.
And if you think I'm going to sit here and listen to someone else's records without... You know, I kicked that off with my foot. Did you see how high my foot was?
Yeah. Well, I knew he was a glory hog. Everybody said, all right, what you want to play here?
Oh, just pick one out there. Anyone. They're all good.
How about the shortest one on here, all right?
Okay.
What is this one called, Steve?
This is called Pitkin County Turnaround.
Whoa! Oh, boy. That stink. That was great, Steve. Yeah, hey, that's the best I've ever
enjoyed that. Let me put my banjo away here.
Put that up and...
Can I send the musicians home now?
You can send them home.
You guys can go now.
Thank you very much. We'll be back with a special episode of Bakersfield. The special guest star. We're not going to say who.
No, we're not going to tell you who it is.
All right, you'll just have to
blow you away.
On a Sunday afternoon.
That's Steve's headphones, not ours. We had ours on at the time. Steve was late. It's all right, he's not used to working with equipment.
Anything beyond an arrow, it's above him.
Well, it's not just an album he's got going. This guy's got a real career.
Hey.
You're filming a TV special now, is that right, Steve?
Well, we're shooting a show right now called Twilight Theater, but even more interesting than that, we're doing a live special the night before Thanksgiving from New York.
Oh, you are? A live special?
Pretty important deal.
Wow, who's going to be on this deal?
Well, I can tell you maybe Danny Aykroyd. Maybe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe Marlon Brando, but I doubt it.
Well, is there anything else you're doing? I heard you're doing a late night thing?
Yeah, doing a late night thing.
Can we be on it?
Sure.
Oh, can we? Thank you very much.
Okay.
Our agent just happens to be here.
Yeah, you can work the deal out with her, all right?
And I see you've already got like a contract here drawn up.
If you could just sign it right here, we'll get this out of the way. If you just initial it there.
So this is like
standard.
So in other words, you played my record and then
yeah, it just kind of we're on your show.
It's funny, you learn something about the business every day.
It's a trade-off. It's a trade-off. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay,
you also have a new movie coming out. Look at this guy. He's everywhere. Oh boy.
What is he? Song and Dance Man next?
Pennies from Heaven.
Sure is.
Well, he is too.
One of the best movies. But I got to warn you, you better sit down though.
Go ahead.
Okay. It's not a comedy.
Oh, come on.
What? It's not.
You mean this is another side, too? Is this what you're telling us?
The mini side. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. An exciting episode, if not lusty, of Bakersfield is coming up. Every year about this time, thousands of Southern California businessmen start acting funny. They skip lunch, lose hair, kick the water cooler, all because they haven't been able to come up with nifty gift ideas for their important clients. This is unnecessary, especially when there's a person who's already solved your problem for you. His name, appropriately, is Idea Man, and he's got a million of them. Thoughtful gifts of every description, whether you want to give your client something quiet and tasteful, a gift for the desk, or something unusual, perhaps a herd of stuffed water buffalo. Idea Man can handle it for you. Idea Man will solve your business gift and advertising specialty needs for this holiday season. Your clients will appreciate your gift for the business they have given you. Take a walk through their showroom or have one of their representatives come visit you. Idea Man is located in Los Angeles on La Cienega Boulevard and in Santa Ana on Grand. Call information for the local listing of Idea Man. If you can't come up with the ideal client gift, Idea Man can, because they've got a million of them.
He's exasperating.
He's wacko.
She's infuriating.
It's ridiculous.
This is the story of the oddest couple of them all.
You'll never change. I will. You won't.
You're right. Together, they just might be the greatest thing that ever happened to a kid. Everybody likes Tony Randall, and you're going to love Sydney.
Attaboy, Sydney.
Love Sydney, Wednesdays at 9:30, 8:30 Central on NBC.
Good night, Sydney.
That was Steve's headphones.
Steve's headphones.
Where's
We left
Steve?
him- He isn't here, but
He had to go?
his headphones are here.
Is he in the bathroom already for this?
I don't know
Hey,
where he went.
If we get a cord long enough, I bet he's funny in the bathroom. I heard he was. I don't know. Steve, would you? Your equipment is squealing over there. Boy, you can't teach this guy a thing, can you?
Well, you know, you work like this, and I had to get some water.
Okay.
Real
Okay.
thirsty. You guys must go nuts doing this.
Well, it's time for our shtick now,
Yeah.
Steve. See what you think about this.
Bakersfield. The lusty story of the Baker family who moved west from Texas to find oil in a field north of L.A. and who now spend their time and money on high-priced lust in and around their city of Bakersfield.
I'm home, ugly. Get your pockmarked push down here and fix me a drink.
Sue Ellen ain't here, J.R.
Oh, well, hi, Daddy. Where is she?
Well, last night while you were practicing your 3-iron, you drove a ball into her face and chipped a tooth, so she's at the dentist.
Oh, I told her not to move, Daddy. That moron can't even play a good flag stick.
She did leave you a note right here.
Let me see. Oh, no, Dad, gummit.
What is it, son?
Her retarded brother Hobart is doing tonight.
Not that firebug from Odessa.
That's him.
Oh.
Ever since he dove in after that box of chiclets and got his face caught in the grain harvester, the boy's wagon has been up on blocks, you know, Daddy.
Not to mention that irritating habit of setting ablaze everything he gets his warty little hands on.
And after the day I had, hang on, I'll get it.
Hello, Mr. Hobart. Remember me?
It's Mr. Baker, Hobart.
Oh, this kid.
I tell you, yeah, I remember you, Hobart.
Golly, what the hell kind of a deal is this?
It's a mail slide, Hobart.
You mean the mailman put your mail through that deal there?
That's right, Hobart, right through there.
And you don't have to walk to the curb or anything?
That's right, Hobart.
Boy, do I wish we had a deal like that back home.
Well, technology is on the move, Hobart. Maybe someday you will. Now, come on in here.
Wait a minute. What the hell kind of a deal is this?
Is what?
This deal here.
What deal? What are you pointing at, Hobart?
This whole deal.
The house?
Yeah, the house deal.
It's my home, Hobart, all $3.5 million worth, all of which I hope to have standing and not smoldering after your brief but pleasant stay.
Can I set fire to the drape?
Just come on in here and say hello to Daddy.
Can I set fire to him?
Don't you try it, crudball.
Now, Hobart, just sit there. When Sue Ellen gets home, she'll give you a nice sponge bath, okay? Just sit there.
What the hell kind of a deal is this?
What, Hobart?
This glass dog dish here.
Hobart, that is a crystal ashtray and very expensive.
Gosh, Mr. Baker, can I eat out of it later?
Don't, Hobart, look what you did. Dadgummit, Hobart.
Look at this deal. Turned into $1 million diamonds, Mr. Baker.
The boy should be snuffed, J.R.
I know, Daddy, I know. Hobart, what are you doing?
Is it okay if I set fire to this deal?
Hobart, put your match out. I tell you what, Hobart, will you take your matches and go light some candles in the garage for us?
You bet I will.
Okay, Hobart. They're in a box right above the lawnmower, so just go light 2 or 3, and we'll be right in, okay?
Boy, this is a swell deal.
Okay, Hobart, we'll be right out.
Son, there ain't no candles in the garage over the lawnmower, just those sticks of dynamite that we use for the tree stuff.
There you go, Daddy. Well, so long, Hobart. Well, Daddy, most accidents do happen within 3 blocks of your home. You know.
And Hobart is well past that now.
Wait a second here. Hello. Yes, Sue Ellen. He made it in just fine. Well, except he had to turn around and fly right back out, yeah. Ain't that a shame? Well, maybe next time. Okay. We'll see you later, Sue Ellen. Goodbye.
Join us again next time for another lusty episode of Bakersfield.
Well, you know.
London and Engelman. KWST 106.
That's what we do for a living, Steve. That's it. It's not easy when you can't depend on visual gags, is
I
it?
guess everyone's trying to be a comedian.
8:42.
Steve? Have you ever met her?
Yeah, I worked with her on a show in Canada.
Did you?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Ron, if you don't turn
I
that
think
air
I'm just going to put one of my... I'm going to put one of my records on.
Well, Steve, I think, there's kind of an FCC ruling about that,
No, I'm just going to play one
No,
more
I know.
cut from
I'd
my
like
record.
for you to, but
I'm
Steve...
going to play one more cut from my record.
No,
I came
Steve,
down here.
no, you're not. Steve, you're not going to... You're not playing anymore.
Take the record off. Take it off,
I'm
Martin.
not going to take it off.
Grab his arm.
I came down here to play my record.
Get him. Get that.
Take that. This is for you, London. This is for you, Engelman. Kick him, London.
Drag
him out of here.
Drag his slimy carcass out of here. Get him out of here. Lock that door. Boy, what a slime ball he was, huh?
I'm glad he's gone.
Just see him going over there, picking his teeth in the Led Zeppelin music. He made me sick.
8:45.
I'm sorry you had to just witness that, ladies and gentlemen, but he was begging for it.
Yeah.
One more second, and we'd had him barking like a dog, Ron, but he can't take a punch.
That's right.
Okay. We feel like, why don't you have Steve Martin on? You don't have to catch these records when they end.
That's right, that's right.
We're in a different class now. Isn't this something? Here we had Steve Martin for a whole hour, and now look what we're going into. Sharon Dale's newscast. I mean,
like from one end of the spectrum to the other.
It's like following Armageddon with a swap meet in Pacoima.
Yeah.
Come on here.
That's it. That's
Just
it.
look at it as an encore.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be back in our rooms.
Good morning. It's sunny. 60 degrees. Today's high temperature nearing 75. This is Sharon Dale with the 850 KWST Commuter Report, brought to you by Farmer John. I'm Sharon Dale with LA's official source for news and information. And now, London and Engelman on KWST 106.
There's a bar right across the street. He's got a need he just can't beat.
The greatest hits of all time. All the time.
KWST 106.
KWST.
9 o'clock.
With John London
and Ron Engelman.
Look what Steve left behind.
Oh, no.
I didn't know he was a diabetic, did you? We'll be back to get that.
Let me get the
air conditioner. Yeah, why don't you turn that off? And Pam, are you there?
I'm right here.
Now, you have what of Steve Martin's?
I believe it's his left sock.
His left sock. How old is this sock?
This sock, I believe, is a 1967 vintage.
1967?
Right, on one of his rare appearances back to his homeland of Garden Grove, old Steve was, I don't want to say in a compromising situation. He was playing his banjo in his underwear.
In his underwear.
And left his sock.
Left his sock on the stage.
Now,
and
whenever I see a group of housewives whipped into a frenzy because they've read in the TV guide, that he's going to be on television, set up a little shrine, burn a few candles, put the sock there. Had numerous offers for it. But,
you're kind of big cheese in the old neighborhood at those times, aren't you?
I wanted to get Steve to autograph it, so last time he was in the area, I gave him a call and I said, Steve, could you come over? And he said, I can't come over. I'm Steve Martin.
Who do you think you are, yeah?
That's right.
You went to school with him?
We went to sister high schools, yeah.
Oh, anything interesting come out of that?
I just remember him pouring water on a lot of my guests back in 1966, going, hey, I spilled some water. It wasn't funny in 1966.
No, he was so far ahead of it, eons ahead of his time.
Yeah.
You were telling us he climbed up your balcony?
Yeah, when I lived at home, I had the whole front of the house was my bedroom, and there had a large balcony there. He dropped up one night, and he was a little noisier than some of the other people that dropped in, and so my mom met him at the door. But he didn't miss a stroke. He said, "Hi, I'm selling subscriptions to the TV Guide."
Yeah, so Steve.
And explained about the colored pictures and everything. He said, "No, really, I just came by to see if Pam wanted to have some coffee." She went downstairs, got him a cup of coffee. He drank it, and she shoved him off the balcony.
Well, that was quite... You gotta write to the Reader's Digest on this one. No, and Bernadette might not like that little
might
story
upset
there.
her a little bit, yeah.
And there he was, Pam. He went on to superstardom, and you're still in Garden Grove.
Hanging on to his sock.
Whoever's out there, Maggie Fraser, never forgives and never forgets. Think you've paid for your mistakes? There's no chance for a new life or a new love for you, Maggie.
Who's there?
Just the terror of being the unforgiven.
Is someone there?
The unforgiven. Real, scary, hypnotic, says Stephen King. The Unforgiven. Devastating suspense. A new Dell paperback.
Strikes me as like a big playground. The one thing I like about California is that people are more sophisticated here than other places. Great place to take pictures. I mean, just cruise down Venice Beach at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You got Jimi Hendrix on roller skates, and you got just, guys flexing their muscles at the beach, lifting the weights. I mean, I've never seen so many characters before in my life.
KWST 106.
It's 9:12.
Steve Martin was a cheerleader in high school.
Oh, come on.
We're finding out all kinds of things about the boy now, aren't we?
Getting sick.
KWST 106.
9:15.
London and Engelman at 10 o'clock this morning.
Bobby, what a guy, Ocean.
Here's the police.
Young teacher, the subject of schoolgirl fantasy. She wants him so badly, knows what she wants to be.
Don't stand so close to me.
So close, so close.
I smell so bad.
Maybe.
I wish I could get away from my own self. The police there on KWST 106. Ron, could you grab the air conditioning again?
Excuse me, it just got, with 100 people in here for an hour, it got a little stuffy.
Well, Steve,
you know what I mean?
Steve Martin emits a great deal of heat from his body.
Can't imagine how much that guy sweats.
He does sweat a lot, and, I don't know. I'm not saying he's on anything or anything like that. But there were just moments when he would, look into the sun, and he'd be drooling, and his manager would say, "Steve, don't look into the sun!" And they'd grab him real quick.
Grab him and turn him around, and...
yeah, it was strange, kind of, wasn't it?
I'm Little Timmy Sullivan, Vice President, General Manager, KWST 106.
Please, Tim, thank you.
Got to thinking. This is a big day for us here at KWST 106.
How's that?
The visit of the premier comedian of television and the movies. A gentleman who performs to sold-out audiences in Las Vegas. And those tickets go for a fortune, if you can get them. But here we are. Steve Martin was right here in our studio. How much did it cost? How much did it cost our stinking audience? Not one red cent. Nothing. Nada. Nix. Our audience this morning was able to listen to Steve Martin no matter where they were or what disgusting thing or bodily function they were performing.
That's true.
How much was that worth? $1? Easy. Come on. His albums sell for $8 or $10 a piece, isn't that right?
Yeah, something like that.
So, audience, you out there, if you were listening this morning to the Steve Martin thing here with London and Engelman, why don't you drop $1 to Little Timmy Sullivan, Vice President, General Manager, KWST 106. I'm trusting you. Don't let me down now.
Thanks, Tim.
Uh-huh.
We'll get that money in the mail. He does have a strong point, though, when you think about it.
Yeah, he really does.
Really.
What's a buck?
What's a buck for that hour? Come on.
Entertainment Tonight, a dynamic inside look each day at the fabulous world of show business. The latest news about your favorite stars, special on-location features, movie reviews and previews, exclusive meetings with today's music makers and the biggest names in show business. Plus, all the behind-the-scenes happenings and events in the glamorous, fast-paced world of entertainment. A world we'll explore on the next Entertainment Tonight. Get a close-up look at Shelley Winters and Joe Namath.
You have to have some kind of equilibrium about it.
Shelley Winters is back on stage.
I can't get over it. I mean, every night, every performance, every matinee, there's 1,500 people, and they give me a standing ovation.
And for Joe Namath?
Actually, I'm pinch hitting, so to speak.
He's gone from touchdowns to tunes down in Nashville.
I'm just having a good time.
You may read about it tomorrow, but you'll see it first on Entertainment Tonight.
You can see it all today at 4:30 on Channel 4.
London and Engelman, KWST 106.
KWST 106.
925.
Your Prairie League.
Tonight I'm gonna break away just to wait and see. Tonight I'm gonna break away.
What I was saying before I got cut off there is the Pure Prairie League sounds a great deal like that group.
Yeah, Poco.
Who, of course, is Poco. This is KWST 106.
I happen to agree with you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, 928.
Many guys have come to you with a line that wasn't true, and you passed them by. I love you. KWST 106. Time Machine.
1967.
The Bee Gees.
There's a light, certain kind of light. You don't know what it's like.
You don't know what you have no idea what it's like.
And you don't want to know.
And you don't care. And even if you could understand it, you wouldn't want to know what it's like. But what are we talking about? Because they don't understand what it's like.
They don't.
No idea.
They'll never know what
They'll
it's
never
like.
know. No, they'll never know.
That's right.
These guys know. These guys are deep.
Do they ever?
4 levels. KWST 106.
935.
Won't you take me back to school? I need to learn the golden rule.
KWST 106.
It's 939.
Well, a lady that we had hoped to get on the air, well, Steve was here, his mother, Mabel King. Hi, Mabel.
Hello, darling.
How are you doing? If you
Wanted to tell my son to call his mother.
He never calls, does he?
Never calls his mother.
Shame on him.
If you saw the jerk, then Mabel was Steve's mother. And I tell you, Mabel, he still does not have the beat.
My goodness, and I tried so hard. You saw how hard I...
Oh, you
We
did.
did.
You
We
did
saw.
everything you
We
could.
saw. The guy just doesn't have it.
He's a mess, Mabel, but he was hoping to get a chance to talk to you, but so many people wanted to call in and waste his time, and we couldn't get you on the air.
That's all right, darling. You guys are great, and I'll be listening to you every morning.
Well, thank you, Mabel. Thanks for calling in.
All right, darling. God bless now, yeah?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's pleasure.
That's too bad. I'd like to have had a reunion there with mother and son.
It could have been 6, though.
Sunny and cooler today and tomorrow with a high near 75. Some patchy low clouds or fog. Likely, not definite.
No,
it's
likely.
Low tonight, probably around 58. Currently in Hollywood,
it's somewhere around 65.
Something like 65.
This is Michael
Likely.
Palin. I know you've been reading about time bandits in all your doctor's waiting rooms, but here's some reviews you may have missed. I laughed till my back teeth hurt. The Nursing Home Quarterly. Coughed my sutures up. Home Surgery Daily. This one's a killer. Mortician's Weekly. At last, a film that doesn't patronize amphibians. Toad's Monthly. We'll be bringing you more wonderful Time Bandits reviews just as soon as we write them.
Time Bandits, rated PG, parental guidance suggested.
Now playing at a theater or drive-in near you. Check newspaper for listings from Avco Embassy Pictures.
London and Engelman, KWST 106.
KWST 106.
947.
Bobby Ocean is right around the corner.
At 10 o'clock.
I want you.
KWST 106.
It's 9:50.
Time now for the much heralded public service announcement.
Okay.
Hey,
Stop the tragedy of homeless pets by having your pet spayed or neutered.
Good idea.
A message from the Zero Pet Population Growth Organization.
Now, you can do that one of two ways. You can go ahead and have a licensed vet do it for you. It's going to be very expensive. Or you can just pick up a Phillips screwdriver and a soldering iron and do the darn thing yourself there right at home.
Save a lot of money. Save a lot of... My mother did
They're
it
just animals.
to the cats. And hey, it worked.
It worked.
It worked. They're still around.
Still around, no problem.
But they ain't causing any problems
They're
anymore.
not what we
They're not
call-
walking the streets. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean?
They're not reproducing themselves, and that's what we want to stop. Because I have a plan that someday will take over this planet. I really feel that. I really do.
Oh, boy.
We got
wouldn't
to
that
stop
be
these animals.
We do.
Because if Carl Sagan is right, and I don't think he is, but if he's right and evolution is true, they're going to start getting real smart.
That's right, and they're going to be running us. We're going to be their pets.
We're going to be barking like dogs,
yes.
okay?
Oh,
So let's start taking care of them now while they're too stupid to do anything about it. We don't want to let a Veterans Day go by, ladies and gentlemen, without a special message to veterans and to tell you people what Veterans Day means to us. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it's one thing to pay your taxes on time, and
it's another thing to just live in this country and do nothing.
So you say, hey, I'm a great American. I don't speed on the freeways. I watch all signs and I don't break the law. Well, good for you, but
it's real big of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's another class of American citizen.
A class above us all.
The class of people who have had the privilege to fire a gun in the name of this country.
That's right. Lob a grenade. Load a bazooka. Attach a bayonet and go hand to hand.
Crawled on their bellies with knives in their mouths.
Flop through the jungles of Southeast Asia.
Crawled over the hills in Europe to get Jerry.
Went after the Nazis over in Europe.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the day we salute those men who have been paid to be violent for this country, and
they're called veterans. Sure, they were in the Army, they were in the Navy, the Air Force, Marines, but they're veterans.
This is their day, and we salute them everywhere.
Get going in a new career. Call Contractors Information Association, CIA, and find out about the solar explosion. 422-2411. That's 422-2411.
KWST 106.
9:57.
Well, we certainly want to thank Steve Martin for being our special guest this morning. Steve, if you're listening, we talked with our program director, and he's not adding your record.
No.
So the trip down here was a total waste of time.
Sorry, but That's life.
That's radio, Steve. And, you know, when you figure also that our audience can't afford to go buy your record, boy, did you waste some precious time this morning. But,
I guess. You know. Boy, and we talked him into doing anything.
Boy, he had him barking like a dog there.
Didn't we?
Have a nice day.
See you tomorrow.
Yep.
Bye.
Live from Los Angeles, it's Bobby Ocean. This is Don Pardo speaking for KWST 106.
KWST 106.
KWST.
Los Angeles.
10 o'clock in the morning.